Hi there, my name is Jason Perkins, and I'm an attorney who specializes in Georgia workers' compensation cases. I want to welcome you to another episode in my Georgia workers' compensation video series. I created this series to provide people who've been injured at work with helpful information about Georgia's workers' compensation law and the benefits available to them under that law. Today I want to talk to you about how Georgia workers' compensation rule changes affect you. Now, the Georgia workers' compensation rules are rules that are put out by the State Board of Workers' Compensation. Basically, there's two types of rules in Georgia. There's the statutes, which are created by the Georgia legislature, and then there's the State Board rules, which are created by the State Board of Workers' Compensation. I'm going to talk to you today about specifically the State Board rules and how a couple of recent changes affect you. One change that's been made fairly recently in the State Board rules is a rule which changed the rules about the list of workers' compensation doctors, or what's known as the panel of physicians in a workers' compensation case. That list is the list of doctors that your employer is required to post. They get to choose which doctors go on it, but you actually get to choose which doctor off of that list is going to treat you for that injury that you have at work, and you also get to later, potentially if you want to, change to a different doctor on that list. Now what's happened is there's been some changes made in the rules about that list. One specific change is there used to be a requirement that the doctors on the list could not be associated. That requirement's been removed, so that now potentially different doctors can still be on the list and be associated with each other. What this can sometimes mean is that you may have a list of doctors where you've got doctors who practice in the same office, and workers' compensation judges may determine that list to be a valid list. Now that can be a difficult problem for you because, again, your employer is only required in most cases to list 6 doctors on the list. If 2 or 3 of them practice together, then, or even more than that, it could be difficult to get an independent opinion about your case in the situation where one doctor is not being fair to you about the treatment you're providing or what they're saying as far as your ability to work. So that change can make it more difficult for an injured worker to get the treatment you need regarding your workers' compensation case. Another change that's happened fairly recently in the State Board rules is a change that's allowed insurance companies to appoint nurse case managers on your case even when you don't agree to them. Nurse case managers have been around for a while, but it used to be the situation where in most cases the insurance company could not put them on your case unless you agreed. So both you and the insurance company had to agree in order for there to be a nurse case manager on your case. That rule was changed fairly recently, and the insurance company is allowed to appoint nurse case managers even when you're not in agreement to having one on your case. So I'm starting to see more and more nurse case managers working in workers' compensation cases, even where my clients may not want them to be on the case. This is important to know about because those nurse case managers are often going to attend doctor's appointments and talk to the doctor, and it may affect what medical treatment you get from the doctor or what the doctor says as far as your work restrictions. In some situations, those nurse case managers may try to get the doctor to direct treatment in a situation that's more favorable to the insurance company than it is to you. So this is something that you need to be aware of and potentially be concerned about. I hope you found this information about how rule changes with the State Board of Workers' Compensation affect your Georgia workers' compensation case helpful. If you have, please let me know that. The best way to do that is by either liking this video or giving it a thumbs up. If you have some specific questions about workers' compensation, I'd encourage you to reach out to an attorney for a free consultation. I provide free consultations in workers' compensation cases. I'll be happy to schedule one with you if you want to. There's 2 easy ways that you can get one set up. The first is by calling the phone number at the bottom of the screen, and the other is by visiting our website, which is www.perkinslawtalk.com. You can complete and submit our free consultation request form there, and we'll get one scheduled for you. I'd like to thank you again for watching today. I want to wish you the best of luck as you recover from your injury.